Where do you see your relationship now with Edge going forward? I mean, how close are you guys at this point?
Well, I definitely am in love with him. This has taken on a whole new turn because of the stress and I mean, if a normal relationship is hard enough as it is, getting to know people and kind of finding your groove, having this magnifying glass on top of it, having fans think that, I mean, even fans that think they're being supportive, screw Matt, go with Edge. I'm like, I can't believe someone just said that to me. I mean, people, they don't know. And I can't explain how things exactly happen. I can't explain exactly, I can't put a finger on it, why I'm in love with Edge. All I can say is that I am. And I am happy for the feelings that I feel when I'm around him. But I do regret how we both went about it.
Once again, we are taking your questions live. 888-LIVE-WWE is the number to call. We have another caller on the line. If you could please state your name and your question, please.
Hey, Amy. This is Matt Hardy. The question I'd like to ask you is, you're out here.
Is this Matt Hardy? Do we have confirmation?
Is this Matt Hardy?
This is?
Sounds like Matt to me, and it really shouldn't surprise me at this point.
Yeah, it actually is Matt Hardy. If you need a little confirmation to prove it, how about the same place where I showed up and embarrassed you this Monday night in Newark? Newark is also the same place you told me you loved me, Amy. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
The first time. You need any more confirmation?
No, Matt, go ahead. What's up?
No, go ahead. I'm going to give you a chance, considering, I have talked to you here and there, but I haven't talked to you since everything has really, really went down. But I want to hear you explain yourself. Go ahead. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from the horse's mouth.
What would you like to know, Matt? Because as I know, I'm sure you've been listening to this entire show. Because if it's online, it's on in your house. I know that much.
Well, the first thing I want to say is how did it feel to see me Monday?
I don't know if it was so much seeing you that I didn't like, but I didn't really like seeing you blindside my boyfriend and attack him. But that was awfully sweet of you.
Well, if you thought that was sweet of me, believe me, your life is only starting to become miserable. And Adam Copeland, your boyfriend, the love of your life, his life is only starting to become miserable. Because Monday was the very first day in my movement. And my movement will be to get retribution on you and against that piece of feces, Adam Copeland, and against the WWE, more specifically the office of the WWE, Johnny Ace, and all the other that fired me.
That's great. Are you done with your wrestling promo that you just cut?
Oh, no, actually I'm not.
Okay.
I've got plenty more wrestling promos to do,
Great.
and I've got plenty of things to discuss with you. So go ahead, why don't you tell me exactly. Why is it you're more in love with Adam Copeland than me? Why did you throw away 6 good years? Why'd you flush that down the drain?
Matt.
Especially considering this guy has been married twice, and he's run over every woman he's been with. What makes you think you're so special? What makes you think you're different?
I don't know that I need to tell you about my relationship with...
I think you owe it to me, considering I've given you 6 good years of my life, and I probably loved you more than anyone else would love you.
No, I'm saying I don't think that I owe you an explanation of my relationship with Edge. Although I can tell you about why I don't want to be with you. You cutting wrestling promos in a personal context could be one excuse that I could tell you.
Okay, great. Well, you are the reason that I'm cutting wrestling promos, and you are the reason why I showed up Monday night, and you are the reason all this began.
And I don't understand why that's my issue, that you've chose to act out this breakup that happens every day, just not on camera and not in a public forum, that you've chose to act out this way. You've chose to rally your MFers because somehow having your MFers behind you makes it a lot better and easier to deal with and somehow more right, and you're more vindicated because I fell in love with somebody else, and because you have a lot of MFers, somehow that equals, I don't know. I haven't quite put the two together, but...
Well, the reason why it's public is because we're public people. We're public wrestling celebrities. And we were a lot more than just a couple, Amy. We were also a working couple. We'd worked together in the WWE for many years. And of course you knew, getting involved in a relationship with another worker, a guy who claimed to be one of my best friends. They say in this business, you only have like the number of friends, true friends that you have, you can count on one hand. And I would have considered Adam one. And considering that you would go out and fall in love and have an affair with him behind my back and lie every step of the way, I definitely think that makes things a public issue, especially when that's going to come out. Come on. We're on TV. We're on worldwide. We're in every country in the world. And considering the power of the Internet, that was going to be out, and I was going to defend myself. Because I didn't do anything wrong.
You didn't do anything wrong. And the reason it was out is because you put it out there. That's why it's out there, and that's why it became public knowledge. I think if people were being mature adults in the situation, it wouldn't have got where it was. And I mean, obviously, you were the driving force behind that, wanting to make sure, saving face by rallying these troops behind you. It doesn't compute to me. I don't understand it. People think differently. People are going to solve problems differently. But dealing with it amongst ourselves, I think, would have been conducted a lot more effective means for trying to work out differences and work out things. Obviously, you know, we were together for a long time. I had never been with anybody else. This thing just happened with Edge out of nowhere. I didn't mean for it to happen. Yes, I went about it wrong, but it's not that I just out of nowhere did this. And I mean, the two of us needed to sit down and talk, not be ranted on the internet.
Matt, Matt, can I jump in with a quick question? A lot of people are asking.
Make it quick.
Do you really feel that Edge should have been fired over you?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go back and let me go back and I'm getting ready to get to that. I'm going to put everything in perspective. It's funny how you feel so justified because of this feeling. I mean, what would have been right? Anytime this creep would have put some kind of move on you, would have been go home and tell me, but you didn't do that. So every time after that, it was intentional. And no, I'm not the one who started all this story. This story would have been out as soon as you and Edge would have been, hanging out and doing your thing. Once the word got out, and I found out about it. And I definitely wasn't going to think people that I wasn't going to let people think that I was treating you bad in this relationship because I never did. I treated you good as gold, and there's no denying that. And as far as the whole Matt getting fired and not Edge, I mean, you've got a guy. I'll tell you, John Laurinaitis, Johnny Ace. That's what everybody calls him. He's the guy who's the head of talent relations right now. I was ready to make a comeback. I'd rehabbed. I was supposed to be out 8 to 9 months with my left knee. I had it totally reconstructed. I was ready to come back in 6 months because I busted my ass to rehab my injury and come back for a wrestling company that I love with everything I am, that I've sacrificed everything I've had over the last 7 years. And you guys know that. TLC matches, ladder matches, table matches, whatever it may be. And I was ready to come back. I was in Greenville, South Carolina working out. I was in the ring actually working out with one of my buddies, Crazy K, and I got a phone call from Johnny Ace. And at this point he said, well, Matt, just want to tell you, he said, we're going to have to release you. Creative really doesn't have anything for you. We don't have anything. I was going, Johnny, I don't buy into that. You're going to release me because creative don't have anything for me? You're telling me this doesn't have anything to do with my situation? No, it doesn't have anything to do with my situation, not at all. And one, I think Johnny Ace has a personal vendetta against me. And two, considering I was the guy that was the victim of this whole thing, I mean, Adam Copeland was the guy that was married. He was committing adultery, having an affair with my girlfriend. Those two were in the wrong. And the company, the WWE, was going to endorse that and fire me while I was at home with an injury? That is absolute. How can that be justified? The thing is, Adam Copeland, the Edge, that's the guy that should have been fired. They should have sent him home, and they maybe should have sent you home too, Amy, especially with the way you are. The whole reason, I think Monday night I came out there, and I called him Adam because that's all I know him as. And I didn't even call you Amy because the Amy Dumas I know, that girl, she's dead. She's gone. Lita's all I know. This filthy hanging out with Edge, that's all I know now. I don't even know who Amy Dumas is anymore.
Okay, and so why should I want to be with you after a rant like this? And
well, no, I'll tell you what, I don't want to be with you either. The whole thing is, I'm the kind of person, I'm vindictive. I'll tell you that right now. And if you screw over Matt Hardy, believe me, I will make your life miserable. You did that to me because I looked at you on the same level as myself. I mean, actually, wrestling is all I've known. It's all I've loved my entire life. And then it came to a point where I loved you more than wrestling. I put you first, and I put my career second. In case people don't know this, I was on SmackDown. I was in the midst of the best time I'd ever had as a singles wrestler in my career. The whole reason I came to Raw was to be with this girl, Amy Dumas, to be with Lita on TV so it wouldn't mess up our schedule, so it wouldn't mess up our relationship. And coming over there did nothing for me. It was a career killer, and part of it was your fault because you got heat when I got over there. And then I came over there for you just for our relationship because relationship was number one to me, wrestling was second. When I was out hurt, though, it seems to you that our relationship didn't mean anything. Wrestling was first to you, and then even your relationship with Edge became first to you. So now, because you've done that, I'll get retribution against you, I'll get retribution against Adam, and I'll also get retribution against that company because I am the kind of person, I don't just people don't run over me, and then I lay down and die. If people run over me, I will get up and I will massacre them. I will dismantle them. And you have no idea. You know what it's like to be my closest ally and have me do anything for you, and you're going to see what it's like to be my worst enemy. And
I know. I read already, Matt.
Good.
Thank you.
Well, just to reiterate, because I know you're not too up on your internet sites, and you're not too up on your articles and whatnot. So just so you know, I want to warn you before I come.
Okay. Thanks. And We are now hosting the Byte This show. I am your host, Lita. We have Matt Hardy here as a guest who, if he didn't say enough over the past months, he has actually more to say, folks. I know you're on the edge of your seats. What else have you got for us, Matt?
Oh, yeah. Would you like to hear some more? This is all I'm going to say right now. From now on, I am a free man. My 90-day no-compete clause has ended, and you never know where I'll show up. This Friday, I'll just go ahead and plug it for you. I'll be in Indiana, Pennsylvania. Come out and see Matt Hardy. This Saturday, I'll be in for Ring of Honor. Come out and see Matt Hardy. Come out and see Ring of Honor, a real wrestling promotion, as opposed to the WWE and its soap opera storylines. And this Sunday, you never know where I'll show up. Might go down to Florida for a vacation. Monday, you never know where I'll show up there. Tuesday, there's a big wrestling show that day.
All right, that's all the time we have today, folks, on Byte This. Matt Hardy, we appreciate you so much for stopping by today. Thank you. We'll be talking to you later.
Hey, Amy, on a serious note. Why did you do it? Why would you do it?
There's obviously something missing there for me to go fall in love with somebody else, Matt.
What was missing? What was missing?
I don't think I need to share that with the rest of the world, Matt. Even though that's how you seem to be dealing with things, there's still places that I don't want to go, and I don't think I should have to.
Go ahead. Don't be afraid now.
Matt, Lita has left. Unfortunately, I guess that concludes our interview. Thanks for calling in and clearing the air a little bit. And all the fans writing in want to know what's next for you. What do you have in store? You keep talking about doing these things in the WWE. What do you have next?
Who knows? I know that every Monday and Tuesday there's a WWE event going on somewhere, so you never know where I'll pop up. Right. By the way, hey Todd.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out the MattHardyShow.com. It's getting ready to come up. It's going to be the first ever internet online reality show that I'm doing, and it's off the chain. Right now, there's actually a little statement I put up there from.
Yeah, we read it earlier, Matt. But
there's a video statement too.
I'm being told we have to cut you off, Matt. My apologies. Thanks again for calling.
Check out the MattHardy.com. I'll see you at Ring of Honor.
All right, there you have it, folks. Lita and Matt Hardy. Perhaps this will continue this week on Monday Night Raw. We'll have to wait and see. Once again, thanks for your emails and your phone calls. This was certainly an explosive edition of Byte This. You can join us again next week right here, Wednesday nights for Byte This. Until then, I'm Todd Grisham. Thanks for watching.